Coming up in today's video, we have an action-packed first drift.
It's a good fish.
Put together a nice feed of reef fish and talk about something that could be the difference between catching snapper or not. Let's get straight into it. You're joining us for our first drift of the morning. Well, our first drift and Dad's onto something. Doesn't seem very big.
Feels like a red rock cod to me.
Oh, well, there you go. We've just come out today. There's been reports of a lot of snapper and still Spanish mackerel in close here off the Gold Coast on the shallow reef. So we've come out to first light this morning, try and chase a few snapper and then see if we can find a few mackerel. So there's not much on the sounder so far, sadly, at the snapper spot. So we'll have a bit of a drift and see if we can find something, see what Dad's got here. And of course, we'll talk through what we're doing the entire day and give you some tips on our techniques and everything like that to try and do it yourself. So anyway, we'll try and get some for you.
What do you got there?
Little one.
Maricod. Yeah. A good maricod.
Not really good.
Yeah. Matt's on. There you go.
That's a fish, mate. Yeah.
That's a good fish.
Yeah.
Well done, Matt.
Tight.
It's a good fish. Just good snapper, I think, Matt.
Snapper, Matt.
That's it. Take your time. Take your time. Dad has a maricod. Matt's just had a fish hit him and take a couple of good runs there. Just take your time on him, Matt. Yeah, that'll be a good snap, I think.
I think so.
I think this is close.
Yeah, you got the net there, Dad.
Oh, in a second.
There you go, lift him out.
There's the net. Take your time, mate. That'll be a good snap.
Just here.
Yeah. That'll be a nice snapper, I reckon.
Doesn't feel too heavy.
Yeah, he'll be alright.
Took a few runs.
Here he comes. Got colour. Come around the left side. Yeah, snap.
Yeah, nice snapper.
Just take it easy. You got my line, sadly, but well done, Matt.
Well, there we go. There wasn't much on the sounder, but next minute, Matt's line started streaming. So we'll hold that up for you in a sec. We just got a bit of stuff to deal with here. That's Dad's maricod. We're just going to measure it. I don't think he'll make it. He's going to go close, but nice fish either way. Shows we're on a good patch of reef.
Oh, we're getting close.
Yeah, probably 45. I reckon he's good. Yeah, no, he's good. There you go, just over 45, that one. Very nice. Here, hold this up quickly.
Nice one, Dad. Nice
Legal,
maricod.
but we'll take him.
Yep, very good.
Spiky little bugger.
Now Matt got a nice snapper just at the same time, so we'll deal with that and he can hold that up quickly too.
Now, I just want you to take note of my rod sitting in the rod holder there in the background. It has about 40 metres of line out, however my bait is actually in the boat tangled with Matt's fish. When I drop it over the side and it sinks down, it gets hit. Well guys, you wouldn't read about it. I had a tangle with Matt's fish. So I've got the tangle out and dropped my bait over the side again. And I had the rod in the rod holder on the other side of the boat. And while we were dealing with their fish, it was dropping down again, just forgot about it. And it just screamed off in the rod holder. Feels like a little snapper, so. There's not much on the sounder, but it was a good patch of reef with a little bit close to the bottom, so. A little snap. He'll be illegal though, I think.
Yeah. So just a little.
Oh, we'll measure him, but I think he'll just go. We'll have a look.
And there's Matt with his nice snapper. That took a few runs. It's a nice fish. Good eating size, that's for sure. Hold him up a bit. That's the way, nice Matt. Well, that's 3 fish in 3 drops, so we'll measure mine and get back up there maybe and have another drift over that patch of reef. That's my snapper there, guys. It was legal, 39 centimeters, so not a monster, but a good eating size. These two catch the glamorous fish though. Can't believe it. Had a tangle in the boat on this side, dropped my line over, my sinker sunk back down again, and my rod went off in the rod holder on that side. Shows though, they just love that bait or lure on the drop. So as you can see here, guys, even though there's not much breeze, there's just enough that we've had to put the canopy down so it doesn't catch wind, and we've got the parachute out to slow us down as well. So when you're floating these baits down nice and slowly, if you're drifting too quick, they're just gonna, you know, your line angle's gonna be right out the back. You're not gonna get down into the zone. So you maximize your time in the zone by doing that. And as you saw there, it paid off on that first drift. This is drift number 2, so hopefully we do all right here. As I said, guys, when we arrived this morning, there wasn't too much on the sounder, and there's still not. There's no big schools of bait up off the bottom or anything like that. But there's good ground here with you know, bits and pieces tight to it, which would be stuff like that Maori cod that Dad just got, and snapper obviously. So we're just doing a long drift through a group of marks that we have where we've caught fish before and where we know there's good reef, good bommies. So that's our game plan at the moment. Hopefully we can do it again this drift. Matt's on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we want.
That'll be another snapper, Matt.
Yeah. Well done, Matt.
Nice.
I don't think it's the last one, I don't think, but it'll be alright.
He's going alright. So guys, Matt, we literally just spooled up a new reel for him yesterday afternoon before we came. So this is his first 2 drops with it and he's hooked up. So good on you, Matt. Just as he hooked up, we came over a bommy and there was a couple of like big blobs on it, which is probably what he hooked. Yeah, nice. He hit pretty hard. He's alright. Got him? Nice one. I think I got a little one or something. Just shows, hey, when you drift over some life on the sounder, the bites just come. When you drift over a bit of a lump or something with fish holding on it, there's going to be bigger fish around.
I don't think yours is very big, will it?
No, definitely not.
There you go.
Oh, alright.
Well, safe to say Matt is beating me. I'll get this little tacker off. We're just coming into the zone now where we got those ones last drift, so I'm sure if Matt drops down again he'll hook up. That seems to be the flavour of the day. There's another nice one for Matt. Beautiful colours on him. On the drop both times. Very nice, Matt. I'll show you our rig and everything that we're using in a second, but basically floating down pilchards with a ball sinker on top. And these are hitting on the drop, so good fun. Well done, Matt. Another nice one. Lift the line down. Meanwhile, over on Will's rod, yeah, it must be that back corner. You got him? Nice, he's alright, Dad. Well, I'm glad these two are here catching them.
Just a penny.
Another nice one though, Dad.
Yeah, good pinky size.
Yep, very tasty size. Well done.
Okay.
He hit hard on the drop, that one.
Yep, he did.
Good stuff.
Okay.
So this is basically our rig, guys. I've got an overhead reel here, a TLD 20, 6 to 10 kilo rod. We're running 20-pound braid and 20-pound leader. My brother Matt's running a spin reel, but we like to use the overheads because you're in contact with that bait the whole time. And then what we've got is we've got 2 hooks snelled together there, and then we're running a ball sinker straight down on top just to suit the current, depth, etc. Now that is a click sinker. I'll put a link to them in the description so you can go and check them out. But yeah, we've been using them lately and they are really handy. I'm going to drop down and try and get a snapper. Here is a perfect example of why we prefer the overhead reels. I'm thumbing my spool to control the speed that my bait is dropping down, and that way I can also feel any bites on the drop. Or, I just had a hit on the drop. Yeah, not big. Oh, he might be alright, might be legal. Maybe. He's not big. He's a measurer.
Yeah, I think it's that.
That snapper ended up being just under 40 centimetres. Oh, that took it. Nice. He might be alright. No. Oh, well, I'm just waiting for a bit of bait to defrost here to cut up. We want to save some of our pilchards in case we come across some mackerel, which we're going to try and target a little bit later in the morning. So I'm just about to cut up this bonito. Snapper absolutely love that as well, and reef fish. Might be legal. Maybe just. Once again, might be legal, but
Not what we're after.
no. Just push his nose proper on the...
He's legal.
He's legal, yeah. Maybe keep that one, and if we catch small ones, we'll try and get bigger ones for the next two. If we catch small ones after him or something. What do you think? Alright, I just thought I'd jump into the video here really quickly, guys, just to give you a tip. Now, I said it a lot in my previous videos, but all the bites and fish that we got this morning were in that low light period before the sun got too high in the sky. Now, as we were just saying, we had 6 snapper and we were hoping to get 8, which is our bag limit for the boat. Now, we ended up only getting those 6, and they really went off the chew at this point. Now, that sun started to get a little bit too high in the sky. All the bait that was up off the bottom dispersed, all the fish life dispersed, and we really struggled to get a bite. Now, your 3 main bite times for snapper and reefies are low light periods of first light and last light, and tide changes. So if there was a tide change happening soon, we might have stuck around this area to see if the fish would come back on the chew, but it was a bit later in the day, so we decided to go try and chase some mackerel. In this session, we were fishing 40 meters of water, so around that and anything shallower, it's vital to be there nice and early, in the dark if possible, and safe, and start fishing then as that sun starts to rise and the light starts to come over the horizon. If you get there too late or the sun comes up too high, the fish can go off, and it happens so often. Also, yes, I am on crutches, if you can see that. It's not good, but I'll explain that in a future video coming up, maybe next week or the week after. So yeah. Now, as I said, we were going to go chase some mackerel, but they really weren't on the chew either. All we could manage was one hookup, and we think it was a really big shark, sadly. We've just come out to chase a Spanish mackerel here. While we were rigging up, Dad wanted to put down a strip of bonito.
Yeah.
And just put the rod in the holder, and something's grabbed it, something big. Could be a big cod or something. Had me in the bottom for a bit.
Oh, look at the head shakes on that.
Yeah. Going back down. Oh.
Might be a shark.
No, it had me in the bottom.
Yeah, that's true.
I felt it come out. It's like a big cod or something.
Oh, you're not happy?
No. If it was a shark, it would have bit us off.
You think so? You got no wire on it. It's heavy, whatever it is.
It's coming up.
Good.
Might be a cove.
Oh, it might be, yeah. It's a big fish.
Yeah.
As you
You've
can
got
just,
those head shakes like a cove?
yeah. Just see if you can lever him. I know you can't do much at the moment.
He's going at the moment.
He's a good fish. Oh, you're not happy?
No.
Can't get a wind on him. Oh, he's just still taking line. Ah, could be a shark.
After around 25 minutes of losing and gaining line, well, mostly losing it,
The fish finally wore through the leader and my biceps were not complaining. Alright, well that brings us to the end of the video guys, but I thought I'd give you one more quick tip before we go. Now I mentioned that when we showed up there wasn't much showing on the sounder and it was looking like it was going to be a slow morning. The bite definitely wasn't red hot, but we still managed to get a few. Now in these situations, it can definitely pay to do a longer drift over the area, especially if you're on a longer stretch of reef. And this way you can either maybe drift onto a school of fish or find new ground, good looking bommies and stuff. After a few drifts or a few trips, you start to map out the area, find where there's structure and know where you've caught fish before. There might be a drop off or something like that. And you have that for the future then, and you start to map out the area and get to know it like the back of your hand. And this area we found by accident, and over time, over a few trips, we sort of mapped out where there's bommies and good structure, where the edge of the reef comes up, and that's the areas that we were fishing, and it paid off on this day when it was a bit slower. But yeah, longer drifts can definitely help on slow days. All right, I really hope you enjoyed this video guys and took a few tips away to go and do it yourself. We're coming into a really good time of year for snapper and other reef species. So I hope you get out there and get onto a few yourselves. I love hearing you guys in the comments saying that my tips have helped or asking questions so you can go do it yourself. I'm more than happy to share the information. So if you did enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe and leave a like rating. Leave a comment if you do have any questions and share the video with your mates if you think it could help them. All right, stay tuned to hear what happened and why I'm on crutches in one of my following videos. And of course, plenty more fishing action. Well, for now, we'll see what happens. But anyway, tight lines.